On a misty evening, the sun dipped below the horizon, casting an eerie glow over the dilapidated mansion known as the House of Haunted Toys. Whispers of ghostly apparitions and moving dolls had swirled through the small town for decades, but only the bravest ventured inside to uncover its secrets. Emily, a young woman with a penchant for the paranormal, decided to unravel the mystery that had eluded so many. Armed with a flashlight and her trusty camera, she stepped cautiously onto the creaking front porch. As the heavy wooden door groaned open, Emily was greeted by a stale, musty smell that clung to the air like an invisible fog. Inside, the house was a labyrinth of decaying rooms littered with toys from another era, porcelain dolls with cracked faces, rusty wind-up soldiers, and tattered teddy bears. An unsettling silence filled the air, broken only by the occasional drip of water from a leaky pipe. Despite the unease gnawing at her, Emily pressed on, drawn deeper into the heart of the mansion. As she entered the grand living room, her flashlight flickered, casting dancing shadows on the walls. Suddenly, a soft, melodious tune began to play from an antique music box on the mantelpiece. Emily's heart raced as she approached it, her fingers trembling as she lifted the lid. To her horror, the once beautiful tune morphed into a discordant cacophony, and the tiny ballerina spun faster and faster until it became a blur. A chilling whisper seemed to emanate from the walls, "Get out." Ignoring the warning, Emily ventured further upstairs, where the air grew colder, and the sense of being watched intensified. In the attic, she found a child's playroom frozen in time. A circle of dolls sat around a miniature tea set, their glassy eyes seeming to follow her every move. The temperature plummeted, and Emily could see her breath. She raised her camera to document the eerie scene, when a gust of wind slammed the attic door shut, plunging her into darkness. Frantically, she fumbled for her flashlight, her pulse pounding in her ears. When the light finally cut through the blackness, she was no longer alone. A shadowy figure stood in the corner, its eyes glowing a sinister red. The dolls began to move, their porcelain limbs creaking as they turned toward Emily with malevolent smiles. Paralyzed with fear, she could only watch as the toys came to life, moving closer, their tiny hands reaching out. In a desperate bid for survival, Emily bolted toward the door, wrenching it open with all her might. She tumbled down the stairs, the cacophony of malicious laughter echoing behind her. Bursting through the front door, she fled into the night, vowing never to return to the house that had been claimed by haunted toys. But as she reached the safety of her car, she realized her ordeal was far from over. The back seat was filled with toys, their eyes glinting mischievously in the rearview mirror. The House of Haunted Toys had found a new home.